Welcome back to the LADALIDI's tutorial. Today, I will show you how to create 3D text deep illusion like this. The technique that I will show in this Adobe Illustrator tutorial is very easy and simple. It only requires a few steps to get the results as I show here. In addition, you can experiment with using this technique. Without any further ado, let's jump to Adobe Illustrator. Here, I have prepared a document with a size of 1920 by 1080 with RGB color mode. I have also prepared a color palette that we will use later. To get these colors, you can get the Hex Color Code in the description. What we need now is a text, or font with a bold sans serif font. To create the text, use the Type tool. Change the font type first, and I chose to use Montserrat Extra Bold. You can use another similar font if you don't have this font. Increase the font size by around 500s. Click anywhere in the artboard area and just type the text you want. In this Adobe Illustrator tutorial I only use one letter as a demonstration. Here, I use the letter E as an example. When finished, go directly to the Effects menu, 3D, and Rotate. In the Rotate panel, change the position to Isometric Bottom. Leave the rest by default, and just click OK. And the result will look like this. If we highlight the cursor over the object without being clicked, then it still looks the position of the letter E by default as before. That means we can still change or modify the text in this 3D rotate effect. Just double-click to change it. If you have finished with the text, just go to the Object menu. Then, Expand Appearance, in this case the appearance is 3D rotate, and by applying Expand Appearance, the 3D rotate appearance will change to a shape. As far as I know, if we apply a 3D effect to an object and expand it, then each resulting shape will be in a mask or clipping mask. Like what has happened here, if you see a blue line, then it's the clipping mask. To be able to modify it further, we'll need to remove the clipping mask and delete it. Right-click on the object. Then ungroup. Right-click again. And this time select Release Clipping Mask. Select the clipping mask object and delete it, because we don't need it at all. Now it's just our E object that we will modify. To make it easier to modify, I'm going to change the color. Whatever color it is, because it is only as an aid to make it easier for us to recognize every line and angle compared to black. Next, I'm going to create a straight vertical line to create an illusion hole in the letter E, using the Line Segment tool. But first, remove the fill color, and fill the stroke color to black. We will place these lines in some of the deepest corners of the object, like here. Here, and here. We don't need to put a line in the outer corner of this section. Okay, just create the line. First, I'm going to draw a line right here. Press Shift to make a straight line and drag it down, and just adjust the length of the line. The important thing is that the line must pass through the innermost line of the object. Do the same in this section, and here too. After that, we will separate them into several shapes or objects based on the sides that will form the illusion. Select all of these objects. Then select Shape Builder tool. Change the stroke color to none. And fill color to another color. After setting the fill color, left-click the edges that form the illusion of depth of this object. If successful, then the shape that is clicked using the Shape Builder tool will change to the color created earlier. Do it for all the sides one by one. After that, delete the remaining lines outside the object. Reselect the object. Right-click. And ungroup. Now we just have to give them some color. For the color I have provided it from the beginning to shorten the duration of this Adobe Illustrator tutorial video. You can get the color code in the description. To apply the gradient color that is already here, I'm going to use the eyedropper tool. Then select the shape or object you want to color. What happens here is, we can't actually select an object with the eyedropper tool, or we cannot select objects when the eyedropper tool is active, because to select an object we must use the selection tool. So normally, we have to reactivate the selection tool first, then select an object. Then back again activate the eyedropper tool, and choose a color. And for other objects, we have to go back to the selection tool. Select an object. Go back to the eyedropper tool, and choose a color. This will be very time consuming. But I will show you a cool trick here. We can still select an objects when the eyedropper tool is active and without having to go back and forth using the selection tool. Just activate this eyedropper tool. And to select objects without having to activate the selection tool, we only need to press the Control key on the keyboard, until the cursor icon changes to the selection tool icon. As you can see here, the eyedropper tool is active, but pressing the Control key on the keyboard will change its function to the selection tool without having to activate the selection tool. While holding down the Control key for the selection tool function, select one side of the illusion. Release the Control key to return to the eyedropper tool function and select a color. Do the same for the rest of the shapes. Press the Control key. Select another object. Release the Control key. Choose a color. Press the Control key again. Select another object. Release the Control key. Choose a color. It will save a lot of time if we work with more objects to color. I think the results are good and the illusion of depth has been achieved, and I'm quite satisfied with the results. You can experiment with the gradient color or with the gradient direction. I hope this Adobe Illustrator tutorial video is very helpful, and hopefully this 3D text deep illusion Adobe Illustrator tutorial can be an inspiration for you. So don't forget to subscribe for those of you who are new to this channel. And don't forget to like, share, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. See you in the next video.